So what he realized when he had the bowl made in this exact proportion was that something was going to appear. See, there was something talked about called the eidolon sphere, which means astral double or apparition. It was also called the pupil, which evolved, and pupil meant a student to learn. And the pupil was also a gateway where no light can escape. But he knew this thing was talked about, and there was many different myths passed throughout the ages, and then it became a thing of crystal balls, scrying into a crystal ball and actually seeing the future and the past and many different things. But originally, with the Egyptians, it wasn't an actual solid object. It was considered a gateway, and it didn't actually exist. The crystal balls back then, you couldn't actually touch it. And my dad told me about this quite a few months before we actually received the first one that was made. And he said, I think there's going to be this thing like an eidolon. It should look like a gateway, like you should actually be able to see it. So when we ordered it and got it in the mail, I don't know if you'll actually be able to see it, but when we opened it up, you could actually see what looks like a crystal ball. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but it literally looks like there's a crystal ball that I could touch. It looks solid. It's a pretty amazing thing. And when you're looking into it and playing this bowl, you can see yourself projected on the other side. It's almost like looking through a well or looking through a tunnel and seeing yourself on the other side looking back in. And I've had some pretty profound experiences focusing on myself and really just having some amazing connections. All throughout time in different places, the highest knowledge was to know thyself. They said if you know thyself, you'll unlock the mysteries of everything. And there is some really profound things going on when you're in this meditative state. They call it an alpha theta brainwave state. And it opens up the subconscious mind, and it really creates some amazing levels of consciousness. So looking into that is a pretty profound experience. But I just wanted to share this crystal bowl and also these posters. Typically, I have the crystal bowl on this side, and I just play the crystal bowl and go through the different God tones. And when I say God tone, I mean the vowel sounds. In the past, L literally meant God. In Hebrew, El means God. And vow is basically a promise to God. So you're using the voice and you're producing God sounds. A, E, I, O, U, Y, and W, like Yahweh. And just different things, playing with different things while you're toning and looking into a three-dimensional space. Now this poster by itself actually does the same things. They've hooked people up to these positronic emissions readers, hooked them up to your head, and when you look at these posters for about 10 minutes, your brain goes into this alpha theta wave state. It's like a dream state. Typically, people don't experience this during their waking state. It's not until you're fully dreaming that you experience this. It's a part called Area 39 of the brain. They call it Carillon, and it's the part of the brain that lights up when you're dreaming. So when you're doing this and looking at this for more than 10 minutes, that same area lights up, and toning with this, you really start to get into some really amazing things. So I just wanted to share with you some of these tools that have been rediscovered from ancient Egypt. I also have this pyramid made out of pure copper, and it creates a vortex that really just produces an amazing amount of energy. And what you do with that energy is up to you. You can channel the energy into exercise. You can channel the energy sexually. You can channel this energy into health and creation and having ideas and all kinds of things. Or if you're in a negative frame of mind or you're not using the energy, it'll come out in a negative way. But it's a really powerful thing. So anyways, I would love for all of you to go to consciouslifestyler.com and you can read about it. We're also going to be uploading the Whitestone Carillon book. I believe it's about 50 pages that you'll be able to download and read about all of these amazing things. It's the same frequency and the same megahertz that the Earth puts off. NASA went up to space and measured the tone that the Earth puts off, and it's the same tone that this crystal bowl plays. So essentially, your frequency and your magnetics are supposed to be perfectly in alignment with the Earth. But with so many electromagnetic frequencies and things going on all around us, we tend to get out of balance. So this is one of the perfect tools to rebalance that. And by using the voice, it's like tuning a guitar. And so when your voice gets back in perfect tune with this tone, you become all in alignment. You get back to a state of harmony. It's pretty awesome what happens. Your voice really starts to open up, and some cool things happen. So I would love for all of you to check it out. If you have any questions, go ahead and just write a comment or a question, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And thanks for watching. Have a good day.